I would like to talk to you about early childhood education policies in China. The Ministry of Education of People's Republic of China is the agency of the State Council that oversees education throughout the whole country. State Council is the chief administrative authority in China. It is responsible for carrying out policies of the Communist Party of China, as well as the regulations and laws adopted by the National People's Congress. In China, there are many laws and regulations in education. They are regarded as effective ways of steering and implementing it across large countries. I will focus on one major policy in China, early childhood curriculum reform, established in 1950 and is continuously changing throughout each year to 1980 and present. The rules on kindergarten routines was issued by the National Education Committee in 1989. The original aim of the reform is that early childhood education should face the future and modernization of the world. The main part of the reform is student-led activities, individual differences, the importance of play, and integrated curriculum. The reform was implemented in all levels of kindergartens. Early childhood curriculum should show an emphasis on the development of the children and their abilities versus just drilling knowledge. This new policy practices from different cultures and presents progressive ideas. I had the privilege of interviewing Dorothy, Associate Division Head of Avenues World School, Shenzhen, China. She has more than 10 years experience being an educator in China, Shanghai, and Shenzhen.
That's a great question. I started working in Shanghai in 2004, and then I was working at the very first IB verified private kindergarten. And then I noticed the change of educational practice, moving away from the traditional approach that is very much paper and pencil drilling, memorizing, teacher directed, to very much like inquiry-based, play-based, and then our teachers really work collaboratively, more together to think about ideas that enhance creative and engaging learning experiences. For example, instead of focusing on coloring pages, worksheets, something that is on the table, filling the time, teachers definitely work very hard to think about ideas for learning centers that incorporate different subject areas. For example, we will have a Play-Doh area that, not just Play-Doh, but the teachers will have children create something relating to the unit of inquiry. For example, if the children, they are working about my body parts or my face, they will be creating using sensory play-based, like hands-on experience to apply what they learn or what they know and create their work. So I found this is something definitely very age and developmental appropriate, and it encourages creativity and originality. So I feel that our students definitely benefit from this reform because we have a lot more internationally trained teachers coming in, and then they bring in a lot of wonderful practices and also philosophical understanding of how better education will benefit our children.
However, there is a policy attached to this law of early childhood curriculum in China, a guideline to how far this forward thinking can go in education. This guideline is called Culturally Appropriate Curriculum Development. The guideline to the curriculum development and reform have to reflect the culture of the Chinese Party of People's Republic. In this guideline, preschools are inherently conservative and instructed to produce the kind of child the culture most values. Individuality is one of the main goals of the new EC curriculum within the foreign schools in China. It emphasizes individual differences, individual needs, individual choices, individual expression, but this might pose a peril to the social order. Many curriculum and models and theories have been introduced to China. These include Montessori, the IB, and PYP project-based learning, Regomelia, DAP, and the ESL language emergent approach. The guideline attached to the reform creates a line that teachers cannot cross based on content that is taught in class that may disrespect the country's beliefs.